What's up, everybody? John Eric Poli here with My MMA News, and today's guest just made their one debut on March 26th against Mei Yamaguchi at 1X. I'm pleased today to be joined by Danielle Kelly. Danielle, thanks for being here. Really appreciate the time as always.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem at all. So, yeah, it was your debut. It was a really big deal, right? Traveling over to a different country. Just what was this whole experience like for you? Because I know it was obviously a very hyped up situation. One was really behind you, and you've been doing media obligations before the fight, now after the fight. Just what's this whole experience of fighting for a major promotion been like?
It's actually been really good. I'm not used to, having social media or a bunch of media on me. But it made me like more excited for my match. Um, I guess like that was probably the new things and like the 19-hour flight for flying there. But it was comfortable. I went in there and did my thing. I still trained. I still prepared for the match. And, just the event was really great and they took care of their athletes. It was all ran pretty well.
And you said right as soon as the fight was over, I'm pretty sure it was in your cage interview there. You were saying how like you weren't used to being in a big spot like that with the lights on you and all the attention on you. Was there anything nerve wracking about it? I know you said it was a great experience overall, but were there any nerves when the fight started?
So leading up to it, I was pretty pumped. I wanted to kind of get it over with. Meaning like I wanted to just compete with her. I wanted to just get in there and do my thing. I think when I was walking out to the cage is when I started to feel the nerves started to like build up. It's actually my first time in that kind of setting because almost every match I competed in and tournaments when I grew up in this sport, it was just regular gymnasium. Mats were down the floor, regular platform gyms. It's not the same as what World Championship put on. And even that, once we shook hands, I think I was a little frozen the first few minutes, but then as time went on, I got used to it pretty fast and just did my thing.
So no matter what field you're in, whether it's competing in a sport, whether it's doing interviews, being a doctor, whatever it is, they always say, and it is true, the more times you do it, the more experience you get, the easier things come. Do you think now that you've gotten this experience with one and competing in the cage that from now on, whenever you compete over there, that things will be a little bit more natural now that you've done it once?
For sure. I think this next time around it's going to be much more natural to me, and I won't be as uptight when I go out there. So this is the kind of experience that I needed.
And then I just want to get your thoughts too on the match. Like we know it ended up being a draw there, but I know you went after it. You were attacking the whole time. Just what your thoughts were on the matchup, and if anything surprised you in there.
It surprised me. I knew she was gonna be very strong. Even her interviews, she mentioned that she had strength by her side, and strength doesn't always help in technical battles, but I think as I was trying to get submissions on her, I kind of had to like accept that she wasn't going to tap because I was cranking on a bunch of submissions. I probably had at least 5 attempts, and it just wouldn't give or budge. I think she was being really good at being defensive, and just even just from her past fights, she then has never gotten submitted. So I was a little disappointed because I wanted to be the first to submit her, but you can only do so much if someone's not really engaging with you. That goes for like grappling and MMA fights. But other than that, I read her pretty well. I knew what she was just gonna do, and the whole time I kept trying to engage with the match, and she kept running away from me. But then if it was like another rule setting, I think I had a majority of the decision.
Yeah, well, even though it ended up being a draw, your performance was still, seen very well from a lot of big people. You were given a $50,000 bonus for your performance there. So obviously, we saw what the reaction was like. It kind of went viral in the MMA world. There, everybody saw the video of you, being emotional when you got that bonus there. Just talk about that moment, what it was like of getting that bonus in a big scene like that.
It was a lot of emotions. There was at one point I was kind of telling myself or asking, like, did I deserve it? And it just brought me back to like all the times, I be competing for tournaments. I'll make like 200 to 500 bucks for a tournament, but I had to win it. Or there was a time where I competed for a match and I got $0. Um, I think just from that moment, it was like I'm being I'm being seen as my techniques out there, and I'm being acknowledged for all the hard work and tears and blood and sweat that I put on the mats. And just there, I it's still emotional, but it's such a great feeling that I'm being acknowledged for my work. Um, and now, I think it put me on the radar, so it got me pumped. It got me really pumped because after I came back, I went back to the gym Monday, and I want to do better because I feel I see a lot of potential. So it just makes me want to do better.
And obviously, it's a nice chunk of change that you have coming your way there. What are the plans with it? You're going to spend a little bit, buy something nice for yourself, all into the savings account. What's the move with the 50,000 there?
I'm definitely not a big spender. I see like if I'm gonna get a Tesla because I thought about getting a Tesla. I'm getting a new car, but it's nothing fancy. I'm just gonna be smart with it. I probably just gonna get a new PC. I'll treat myself with that. But other than that, I'm just gonna just tuck it away probably and use it for like for my future or something.
Put it into the rainy day fund, right? So obviously now we know that you like to be active. I remember on your media day I asked you if the plan was to stay active, and you said it was. So what's kind of like the time? I know you literally just got out of a match there, but do you kind of have a timeline of when you want to get back in there again?
Sure. I'm teaching all of April and teaching all of May, so I hopefully I'm back in there June.
So June we'll look to see,
Hopefully.
June we'll look to see you in there again. And it's funny. I actually just planned on asking you too about the seminars that you're doing. I did see on your Instagram that you're pretty booked up there. How much do you enjoy doing these seminars? Because it's not like you're just doing it kind of right in your home area there in Jersey. You're traveling all around the country doing it there. So how much do you enjoy, teaching the sport and seeing people, and meeting people, and being a part of things all across the country like this?
I mean, I love it. I get to meet different people, all kinds of people all over the world, and I'm traveling a lot. And for now, I'm kind of like I'm in the States right now teaching seminars, but I even got invited to do ones hopefully in Ireland, hopefully one in France, and one in Germany. That's probably gonna be my next step after the summer. It's just great that people want to learn from me, and it makes me want to give back to the sport. Um, yeah, it's just amazing. I get to roll with different people too.
So yeah, now you're be going over international teaching there. That's awesome. And I know you probably like to travel like everybody else, see different things. What was the experience like over in Asia there and getting the sightsee a little bit? I know you didn't get a super lot of time to do it, but what was the whole experience like just being over there in Singapore and, hanging out in a different country like that?
So we had to stay in the bubble till after our match, just because of COVID protocols. It was pretty good. It's very beautiful, and I guess it's kind of like an island. But everyone was super nice. Everything was super nice. I would say like the only thing I was a little down about was there was no Chick-fil-A. I can't get fat there or anything. But everything else it was good. Um, yeah, I only got to like sightsee just a small portion of Singapore, and then we had to leave the next morning. But for what I saw, everything was very beautiful.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me out with this Chick-fil-A thing here. I tried it out once or twice, and I don't get what the hype is behind it. To me, it tastes like any other chicken sandwich you ever had. What's the big deal about it? Like, tell me what I'm supposed to order so next time I try this place out, I can get this Chick-fil-A experience I've yet to have.
It's honestly it's everyone's preference, but like for example, when people are like, "Oh, Popeyes is really good," I'm kind of like, well, first of all, I literally had a Popeyes chicken sandwich and a Chick-fil-A sandwich next to each other. I tried them both, and I was giving Popeyes like the benefit of the doubt. Chicken is very dry, and they put so much stuff in their sauce to make it super spicy that it doesn't even taste like a chicken sandwich, to me at least, and it's just dry. So I think with Chick-fil-A, they have a good portion size for each. So it's good spicy to it, has good chicken fried to it. It's you gotta know these things.
Okay, is there like a sauce though or something you're supposed to order with it? Maybe I don't think I ordered the sauce. Is there like a certain sauce that goes in with this? with Chick-fil-A that you're supposed to order with the chicken sandwich?
The regular spicy chicken sandwich is just how they cook it. But I usually just eat it with either like a buffalo zesty sauce, ranch, or a Polynesian. Sometimes Chick-fil-A sauce, but I think my go-to is Polynesian with spicy chicken.
Okay, well, here's one thing I know that we're definitely going to agree on for sure, and that's Baby Yoda. So in your media day interview, I asked you, I saw Baby Yoda in the background there, so I had to ask about it. Are you a fan of The Mandalorian show, or are you just a Baby Yoda fan because you think Baby Yoda's cute?
I actually have not watched the Mandalorian show, but I did watch the Star Wars movie, the original. So I'm trying to get back up to the Star Wars movies. So I have to watch the second one.
All right, gotcha. Well, I'm a fan of The Mandalorian. It is a good show, too. But I do have something I want to show you before we wrap things up here. I have two things here I got to show you. They're both coffee mugs here. So here's the first one with Baby Yoda on it. I'm spinning this around correctly. There we go.
Protect.
Yeah, it's a snack one on there, too. He's eating like a frog. And then I also have this bad boy right here.
I have the Mandalorian mug, the guy's helmet.
Okay, you have the helmet one. All right. Well, I wanted the Baby Yoda one. I don't know. There's something about this mug too that I just enjoy about like holding it up like this in the morning. Like I'm holding the child. Like
That's a mug. Oh my god.
oh yeah, it's a coffee mug.
I like it.
It's I got it in Spencer's at the mall. I know like, malls are still a thing here, but I got one at Spencer's at the mall. It's like $18. $18 well spent. I can tell you that much. But anyway, we're going to have a whole other conversation about The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda here. I know you have other media obligations you got to get to today, so I'm going to let you head out. Before you do, though, social media management sponsors, anybody got to have a plug to? Please, floor is yours. Take it away.
I just want to thank Evolve MMA, Very Hard to Submit, my team, Silver Fox BJJ, all my sponsors are what helped me. Yeah, it's all for you. Thank you.
All right, Danielle, thanks so much for all the time here today. Really appreciate it. It was great seeing you debut there in one. Looking forward to seeing when you get back in there around June time there. So, again, thanks so much for the time here today. And thanks to everybody that watched today's interview. If you liked it, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and keep going to MyMMANews. Great content comes out there every single day of the week. We'll see you later, everybody.